Hi, this is Onna, and this is Check It at the Round Table, where we discuss movies, books, music, and stuff. Today we are discussing Shadowhunter runes. Yes, it finally arrived, peeps. So, I have been wanting Shadowhunter runes for quite a while, but I also am not fond of needles, so the idea of doing a permanent tattoo is probably never going to happen in this universe because I'm like, I have to gear up for a small blood draw because it just is not my thing. Now, I don't mind the sight of other people's blood, as weird as that sounds. It's like there have been some situations when I've had people with accidents, and it's like, that does not bother me. We just patch people up, we get where we're going. Emergency room is good. But if it's my own blood or if it's needles in my own body, not going to happen. So, I did an online search and I went to a Canadian stencil company that is available on eBay, and I gave them the pattern for the abundance rune and the deflection rune and the fearless rune. So they made me up two kinds of stencils. One is just a vinyl plastic stencil, the other is this adhesive backed stencil. And then what I did was I took some supposedly permanent Sharpies, which are not, because this one in particularly was very hard to do with the stencil. So I actually stenciled it in with the permanent marker, and then I went over it with the red tattoo cream from Taiwan, which I ordered in special. For these, I could just use the tattoo cream on the stencil and then touch it up with the paintbrush. So I used the paintbrush to kind of do the outline with the stencil on, then I took the stencil off and just re-outlined it. It took about three stencilings or three applications of the dye to get this look. I did use more dye on this one because I was worried it would be more fading, but it actually is more strong than the others. But the tattoo dye, let me show you guys just. So this you can get online. I got mine through eBay, but you can get it from other places as well. I've never tried Shopee. I think they have it too in the Philippines and Thailand and other Asian countries. But I've heard some things that might make Shopee a little more difficult to work with, so I just ordered through eBay. But this is tattoo cream. This is the red one. So when it dries, it actually looks more brown than red, as you can see here. Now this one, it does look a little more red. The reason I got this color was I wanted to look somewhat like the actual runes in Shadowhunters because I'm slightly obsessive about making things look really, really close to the original. So I got the red color. I also got blue and black, but they have not arrived yet. Originally I was going to do like one red, one blue, one black and see which I like best. They last about 15 days, they say online, and I'm not sure what they're made out of. It's some kind of skin approved dye. But this I also got. This is a henna application. I decided against using the henna. The reason being is the henna only lasts for about a week to 2 weeks, and it takes about an hour to dry. So you literally have to apply this, wait an hour, let it dry, and then go about your day. I didn't want to have to deal with that. So now I have read online that if you apply the henna time and time again, it will automatically give you a permanent tattoo over time because it just saturates the skin and it's perfectly natural. So if you were going for a permanent tattoo, I might do the henna, but I just don't have the patience for that right now. So this, I don't have my pencil here, but basically, let me get it here just a minute. So these are the stencils I ordered. So this is the abundance one. This one is the fearless one. Okay, and I don't know where my deflection one is at the moment. I had two feelers. I don't know. But anyway, so I used, this is a special pin I picked up when I was traveling in Thailand for that one trip to Phuket. But this is a basically permanent marker. It's also not very toxic for the skin. I actually Googled it, I believe. But anyway, so I used this first when I put on my fearless rune. So like I applied the stencil to my arm. I taped it here and here with like a skin-friendly tape. I just had some masking tape or something. And then I just used this to do the outline. And then I created the outline first. I removed the stencil. And then I took like a paintbrush, which I have, and I dabbed the actual glue on because it has a needle, not glue. I dabbed the actual ink on because it has a metal tipped applicator, but it tends to glug out. So I also have a loose paintbrush that allowed me to kind of dab the glue out after I had made the stencil mark with my marker. And then I was able to smooth it out with the paintbrush. Now I'm sure that people who are far more artistic than me could make this look a lot better. But I think for a first time, I'm pretty pleased with how these Shadowhunter runes turned out. Now, I had planned to put all 3 of them on this arm because I thought that would be cool, but I wasn't counting for the fact that they took up a lot more space than I was thinking. I made my stencils 2-inch square ones approximately. So if I had continued up, I would have had my fearless room right here on my elbow, which I wasn't really a proponent for. The other thing I have noticed is even though these are applied perfectly straight underneath each other, when you put your arm down, it shifts your skin. So they look like they are not straight, which I'm a high functioning autistic, so I'm finding that a little problematic. So if I had to do it again, I might not put them close together on the arm like this because it doesn't look like they were put on straight, even though they were. This one is not a problem because there's only one. Now I did have a little problem with the ink smudging a bit, so I have like a dot that will be there and a couple of freckle marks, which aren't freckle marks, they're dye, which will be there for a while. But that doesn't really bug me because there's only one on this, so it's pretty even. I also really like how the fearless rune looks on the wrist. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it really does look pretty cool on the wrist. This one, I might touch it up again to make it the same kind of dark color as the fearless rune. I'm not sure, it kind of depends how I'm feeling. But I'm very happy. I also have washed these with both regular just water and with alcohol, and they haven't really faded that much, so I'm pretty pleased with it overall. Check it at the round table. I will also drop links in the description if you want to check out the tattoo cream and or if you want to check out the stencil company. I could not be more happy with the stencil company because we had a couple of misunderstanding glitches and they worked with me on it and shipped it clear around the world for me. And it arrived within like a week and a half. So I cannot say enough about Creek Tree Stencil Company, but I will drop links to both their eBay online presence, and they also have a online shop of their own now at their own website. But really, really happy with it overall. And I think I'll definitely be touching these up here in 2 weeks because I really like having the abundance, deflect, and fearless runes. I was like, it'd be really cool to have one deflection like right here on the neck, but I'm like, I think people might not get that, and I don't want to have to explain that. And also trying to apply your own stencil here on the side of your neck would be very difficult, I would imagine. Check it at the round table. Bye.